Since her divorce from FTISLAND's Minhwan, former Laboom member Yulhee faced heavy criticism over her parenting and accusations of being a poor partner until she dropped a tell-all video revealing disturbing and unexpected reasons behind their split. To give you some much-needed backstory, Minhwan and Yulhee got married in 2018 when Yulhee was 21 and Minhwan was 26. The former couple had a son and twin daughters during the course of their marriage, but divorced in December of 2023, with Minhwan receiving custody of the children. While it might look like just another celebrity marriage gone wrong, this one had layers, especially since much of their personal life was aired publicly. The couple's struggles were no secret. Yulhee's strained dynamic with her mother-in-law, disagreements about having more children. Yulhee wanted more, while Minhwan felt they had enough, and other issues YouTuber Lee Jinho suggested were present. Reportedly, one challenge was Yulhee's struggle with morning childcare, leaving Minhwan to handle their long commute to kindergarten despite his work demands. Other alleged issues included disputes over income and claims that Yulhee left home unexpectedly for a few days, fueling tension between the two. Their divorce didn't shock many, but the fact that Minhwan got full custody of the children did. On this decision, Yulhee explained that keeping the kids in their familiar environment was best for their emotional well-being, so they agreed they'd stay with their father. She added that she still sees them often to ease any sense of her absence. However, the fact that Minhwan had taken full custody had people thinking that Yulhee was a bad mother and that she didn't love their kids as much as their father did. She was flamed for things as small as hanging out with her friends, wanting to have more kids, and buying the fast pass so the kids wouldn't have to wait in lines. Minhwan's image as a caring father also led many to overlook his mother's harsh treatment of Yulhee, his lack of basic parenting skills, and even his disrespectful behavior toward Yulhee on their first date. Regardless, the public had already turned against Yulhee, seeming relieved that Minhwan had taken full custody and distanced himself from her. However, everything shifted on October 24th when Yulhee revealed startling details about her marriage and divorce from Minhwan in a YouTube video. Among other things, she talked how the couple faced backlash for enrolling their kids in a costly English kindergarten and how Minhwan unexpectedly initiated the divorce, catching her completely off guard. The most shocking revelation, though, was that Minhwan was a frequent visitor of hostess bars during the time they were married. She said, "I could endure the difficulties of parenting and arguments, and I even enjoyed living with a large family, but after that incident, I couldn't bear to stay in that house anymore." She began by sharing a memory of being with Minhwan's family when he unexpectedly put cash into her shirt as if she was a call girl. Yulhee described the moment, saying that while they were drinking with her in-laws, her ex-husband took some cash lying nearby, folded it, and tucked it into her pajama collar. At the time, Yulhee thought it was strange, but didn't think more of it as she hadn't yet learned about his trips to hostess bars. She revealed more about her ex-husband's unsettling behavior, describing how he would inappropriately touch her even in front of his family without her consent. Not knowing anything back then, she dismissed it, believing he was just acting that way because he had been drinking. To provide proof of her claims, at the end of the video, she shared recorded phone calls between Minhwan and someone who appeared to be his broker for those inappropriate services. In the first call Yulhee shared, dating back to August 14th, 2022, the broker mentions he's on vacation that week, but Minhwan still inquires about places to go that night. The broker suggested a spot, but Minhwan responded that there were no women available that evening, which made sense to them since it was the weekend. Minhwan responds that waiting an hour or two isn't a problem if he wants to have a good time, which was just bizarre to netizens. He also asks what the better option is, saying that he wanted to enjoy himself until 7 as he needed to head home to his wife and children. Later, the broker recommends another spot, and they talk about wait times and prices, with Minhwan revealing on the call that he's willing to wait up to 3 hours to get into the place. These types of calls seem to be part of a regular pattern for Minhwan. In another recording from August 10th, 2022, which took place at 2 a.m., he revealed to an adult establishment employee that he sneaked out of the house without his wife knowing. Minhwan is allegedly in a karaoke room where a waiter brings in a selection of girls for customers, and he even complains about the lack of girls. The most damaging moment in the conversations Yulhee released was when the broker advised Minhwan to return home to his wife and kids and spend time with him. Minhwan responded by saying, "Don't say weird things," and insisted on going to the establishment regardless. Yulhee's revelations were shocking to say the least. She had been mostly blamed for the divorce until now, so many were stunned to learn she was actually a victim of her husband, who touched her without consent in front of his family and preferred karaoke bars and adult venues over time with her and their kids. It was bizarre and deeply unsettling that he would leave home early in the morning to wait 3 hours outside adult venues, even having the broker urge him to go back to his family. Not to mention, he maintained this image of the family-oriented man who loved his children and prioritized them over everything, which makes the whole thing a lot more alarming. After Yulhee's video was posted, people quickly rallied behind her, condemning Minhwan's behavior and calling for him to face serious consequences. Netizens commented things like, "He has 2 daughters. Does he really want to live this way? And just leave the entertainment industry while you're at it." Some went on to criticize Yulhee for airing everything online, thinking of the consequences it could have for their children in the future. They argued that Yulhee should have handled this in private to spare the children from growing up with the world knowing their family issues. However, others reiterated by saying that Yulhee is the victim in the situation along with the children, and in a society that looked to blame women for everything, there was no way that she could have handled the situation that would have pleased everyone. If she stayed quiet, the kids would then think that she was negligent and was abandoning them, and the public would keep accusing her of being an unfit mother. Now that she spoke out, everyone is rallying and saying that she should have kept silent. It's also likely that the kids would have been upset either way, seeing the negative remarks about their mother who was doing her best to protect them in this situation. So why would Yulhee stand by and let people say whatever they wanted while her husband, despite his bad behavior, continued to receive praise? After Yulhee exposed Minhwan's actions, netizens quickly surfaced with claims about his shady behavior. Many pointed out that Minhwan had allegedly hidden former FTISLAND member Choi Jong-hoon in his home when the Burning Sun scandal was unraveling. Given Choi Jong-hoon's central role in the Jungjun-young Kakao Talk chat rooms and the illegal activities tied to the club, it would be shocking if Minhwan truly sheltered him. However, keep in mind, this is just a rumor. Another thing that Minhwan got a ton of backlash for was a Kakao Talk message he had sent to fans when Choi Jong-hoon's crimes were exposed. In these messages, Minhwan tried to calm fans at the time by downplaying the Burning Sun scandal, calling it not a big deal. He also wrote things like, "It's nothing to worry about," and "The articles are just sensationalized, it bothered me too." He even noted that he had never been to Burning Sun and was frustrated to see the band's name in the headlines. Minhwan may have intended to comfort fans, but after his own scandal, many are now criticizing him for downplaying one of Korea's largest scandals as merely nothing. A lot of people also pointed out that after their divorce, Yulhee asked Minhwan not to put their kids on TV anymore, but he ignored her request and went back to Return of Superman along with their children, now as a single dad. While some netizens were already uncomfortable with the kids' frequent TV appearances, the revelation that he was using money earned from their involvement to fund adult activities was unsettling. People also highlighted that while he criticized Yulhee for wanting to enroll their kids in a pricier kindergarten and having to commute, he had spent thousands of dollars on call girls after waiting 3 hours for them. This left many questioning if the children were safe in his care, especially given his alleged drinking issues, which Yulhee had previously pointed out. Just a day after Yulhee's video came out, FTISLAND's agency FNC Entertainment stated that since they considered this a personal issue, they could not understand the details fully. However, they noted that Minhwan felt responsible, leading him to step down from Return of Superman and pause all media activities. In addition, Minhwan now faces accusations of soliciting a violation of South Korean law carrying penalties of up to a year in prison and fines of up to 3 million Korean won. As South Korea turned against him and the police launched an investigation, one might expect Minhwan and his agency to take a step back and allow the situation to cool down. However, he surprisingly went ahead and performed with FTISLAND at their concert in Kaohsiung, Taiwan, as planned. Although he stayed out of the public eye, playing drums backstage, his presence there left many netizens uneasy. As of October 26th, FNC have yet to take any other action against him, but it seems like the public won't forgive him easily, especially since they seem to have considered his actions as a personal betrayal rather than a celebrity messing up.